Welcome back. Today we're gonna finish behind the, what I would say, the deck and the pool area, pool house area. We want to put some pavers down, and then we want to put some ground cover so that we don't have weeds. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this ground cover, this matting, and we're gonna lay this down. First thing I got to do is actually clear all this erosion and everything that we've dealt with. You can see that I've got these spots in here that we'll have to smooth out, but we'll get this smoothed out. Then we'll put some matting down, and then we'll put our pavers in, and then I've got a big load of about 5 tons, 5.5 tons of number 2 stone that we'll put down, and that should match pretty good some of the other things we have. We've got some of that white stone, and I honestly like the look of it. So one thing I do know, climbing this hill, this is a pretty steep hill I'm on, I'm gonna have to put the matting down, then gravel, then matting, then gravel. We're gonna have to do it in stages. I can't just do it all at once, because I think the Vermeer, when it gets on that matting, it'll just peel it up and pull it down the hill. So we're gonna have to just explore this one together, but should be a pretty easy project. I'm going to embrace the slope here and just let it be what it is. And then we'll start picking we've got some big stones left over from stuff we did around the house. We'll just decide which stone we want to put down first. We'll set it down. We'll just work our way down through here. This will be the walk path. And then we'll fill in the rest with the big number 2s. I'm lifting this matting up. We had it down, but as the Vermeer drives over this, it starts putting just little divots and things like that in the soft sand below. And when we set a stone down, we want to check it and make sure that it's not kind of rattling or walking on us. And this one is not very level. So all I'm doing is lifting this matting back up. And I'm just going to push some sand under this, underneath this stone here. It doesn't have to be super level out here because we're just filling in with those number 2s. So yeah, that's a lot tighter. Put a little bit under here. Pull the mat back. But you can really get rough with your matting once you put that stone down. You won't let it move. Tuck it back in where it belongs. Good deal. We'll go get some more gravel. I don't exactly know what the right thing to do is here, but this roll is like super wide. I think it's, when we bought it, I thought it said 13 feet wide. So I'm going to do something odd, but I want to start here, roll away, and then cut it like right here. You got to leave the trail coming through here, but maybe we'll cut it like right here, and then we'll see how far it opens up. It's probably every bit as wide as that pool house. I feel like there's another bend. So? No? we're gonna put some irrigation tile around this edge just to keep the rocks separated from the grass and from our trails. These guys here, Ground Grabba, Grabba, I think is what it's called. They sell us these. We use them at work. We use big ones, 3-footers. This thing's only about a foot long. They have these little washers that actually screw on them, which are kind of cool. So I bought a few just to see how they'd work. But I'm going to try to drive these right through this tile. Now maybe I have to drill the tile. I don't know. But I'm going to see if this will actually hold this down for me. Oh, yeah. That worked pretty good. Well, we're all wrapped up. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and notifications so you can watch more of our content. Thank you.